it's your girl V Lee. Welcome back to my channel. Today is gonna be like a little story time plus like a little extra, and that's just because I posted a video. This probably was like 2 videos ago about the job and the dream and all of that. If y'all remember that, if you don't, go back and watch. So that sparked some questions, and people were like, well, dang V, why you had a felony? Like, what you was out here doing? So I just felt like I should let y'all in and let y'all know like what the situation was, because ooh, that was really crazy.
Yeah, V Lee.
We gonna rewind all the way back to 2013. This is when I caught the charge, y'all. Dang, it's been 10 years. This month made 10 years, actually on the 2nd. Before I even jump into the 2013 story, I gotta take y'all back to actually high school a little bit because it involves my high school sweetheart. So I was dating this guy my junior and senior year of high school. So we continued dating in college. But at this time, I'm living in Conway, South Carolina, and he's living in a whole nother state, like 2.5 hours away. It wasn't that far, but it was still a whole nother state. Our relationship like came to a halt. Like my attitude, his attitude, like it was clashing all of the time. And besides, he was like out of state. So he started dating this girl. One day, like I had called him, or he called me, and the girl picked up the phone and she was like, stop calling him, he don't want you, whoop whoop. Y'all, crushed my little heart. I'm talking about I was so crushed because you couldn't tell me I wasn't in love and we wasn't gonna be together forever. I get over the little phone call or whatever, so I'm like, okay then, that's how he want to move. All right, I'm gonna go find, I'm gonna move on. I went on a search for a new man. First of all, I don't care what nobody say, finding a man in the club is not it. And that's exactly where I found the next guy. So the local that I started dating was 7 years older than me. So I'm 19, he 26. While me and my new dude was dating, my ex dude and I was communicating like not every day, but like here, there, or whatever. So my ex dude's new girlfriend gets involved. I can't remember how the phone call happened, but somehow me and the girlfriend and her family end up on a phone call. And so she was like, I'm gonna whoop your ass, I'm gonna do this and that, blah blah. So at this point, I'm like, first of all, I done been putting up with this mess for the last few months. You ain't finna punk me. If you think you finna punk me, you got it twisted. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna show her better than I could tell her. Then her mama was calling me like, my daughter gonna whoop your ass. So I'm like, okay, well now I'm finna show you and your mama and your sister and your cousins. With that being said, I started putting on my clothes. I'm like, I'm out of here. My mom and daddy like, where you going? I forgot what time it was, y'all, but they like, where you going? I'm like, oh, I'm going to the beach. Now I did lie. I did not tell my mom and daddy that I was finna drive 4 hours and some change away to fight somebody. I called my new boyfriend. I'm like, where you at? He like, wow, what's wrong? Blah, blah, blah. I did not initially tell him who I was going to fight. I was a little sneaky. I ain't gonna lie. I had to drive from my hometown to where my new boyfriend was, which was an hour and some change away. I pick him up. As soon as he get in the car, he was like, where we going? I was like, we going to Jacksonville. He was like, why are we going to Jacksonville? Jacksonville, North Carolina. I'm like, because my ex-girlfriend keep calling me her mom and them harassing me, whatever. And so I'm like, you strapped? He was like, yeah, I'm strapped. Why? I was like, because I don't know what's going to happen. Like, they might try to jump me. Whole time, I'm not knowing what this man got in my car at first. So we started driving or whatever. He's smoking a little weed here and there. So I'm thinking he brought enough weed like to just smoke. At this time, I don't smoke. We riding. I'm bumping Jeezy the whole way. I'm driving and I'm driving. Now, let me tell you why I messed up at. I call myself trying to be a gangster, trying to be hard. Honey, tell me why my new boyfriend done fell asleep and I saw where the gun was, chair. I'm thinking I'm hood. I'm like, okay, I'm about to show them. I pull over, y'all. I took a picture with the gun and sent it to the girl. Why would I do that? Why? Like, sending them evidence? So now it done really escalated. Like, people on Facebook from back home, now they know about it. I'm like, dang, I sent it to her. How y'all know about it? I get to Jacksonville. I think it was like 2, 3 in the morning. I'm riding around. I'm trying to find where these people stay at. Like, I rode by my ex-dude house. They went there. Like, I'm like, man, there ain't too many places in Jacksonville because, y'all, Jacksonville is real small. It's a military town. It's a Marine town, actually. So I'm riding around all night, y'all. All night trying to find these people. Finally, at 7 o'clock in the morning, 7 and some change, I get a call from the girl mama. And she like, where you at? Well, yeah, pull up, because my daughter finna whoop your ass right now. She done amped me up. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm pulling up right now. I'm pulling up right now. Y'all, I get to the people. I get to the lady house. The whole time it was a setup, and I'm finna tell y'all about it. I wasn't even there for 10 minutes. We get surrounded by like 10 police cars, and no exaggeration. I'm talking about they got out with their guns drawn, like, get out the car, get out the car. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It was like some real life cops shit, y'all. I'm 19. I ain't never been in trouble with the law. I'm scared. I am terrified. They like, get out the car. They started searching my car from top to bottom. I'm talking about I had clothes in the back. They threw all my clothes out. They tore my little Ford Focus up. What they ended up finding was the gun, of course, a scale, and some weed, and a Ziploc bag. So y'all already know what they look like. They like, oh, y'all trafficking. Y'all done cross state lines from South Carolina to North Carolina. Oh, y'all some drug dealers. No, sir, that ain't what it is. Like, y'all, when I tell y'all it was like a zip bag full of weed, I was like shocked. I was like, why this man got so much weed with him? And why you got a scale? It's just me and you. What was you gonna have me do? To this day, I'm still confused about that part, because if I told you I'm going to fight, chances are the police is gonna be called. So why would you have all of this with you? We get down to the police department. These people started questioning me. Like, first 48 ain't got nothing on them people. They was like, the gun hot. It got bodies on it. I was like, I don't know nothing about no bodies, sir. I ain't never killed nobody. I ain't never shot no gun. Like, at this point, I had never touched a gun in my life. Like, I'm like, sir, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, they started calling people names. I'm like, I don't know those people. Then they started asking me about a robbery that had just happened. They was like, oh, where was you at? And so. A robbery? I came down here to fight somebody. Now y'all talking about I done robbed someplace? Is we talking about the same thing here? Is y'all fucking with me right now? He was like, you think this a game? They was like, you think this a game? Watch what we charge you with. And I'm like, that ain't even my gun. I'm sorry. Maybe some of y'all gonna say you ain't no real ride or die. Baby, that ain't my gun. I'm sorry. They was like, well, who gun is it? I don't know, but it ain't mine. Okay? That's all I can tell you is it ain't mine. So after they booked me and stuff, I go to jail. Luckily, I got a cell where I was by myself, because the girl that was in there, she had just went home that morning. So I was like, oh my God, thank you, Jesus. Y'all, I had orange nails on. They was like, what, you was planning on coming to jail? I had braids. Like, it literally looked like I was ready for jail. I didn't wash. I ain't gonna even hold you. I ain't washed that first night. I was there for 3 days because my mom and daddy was teaching me a lesson. They was like, we're not coming to get you. I thought they was gonna leave me in there. And I was like terrified, y'all, because I was in there with some real killers that had done committed some real serious shit. And I'm like, you should see me in there. I'm like, bruh, I ain't no killer. I don't do stuff like this. Y'all, I just wanted to fight. Like, that's it. That's it. That's all, sir. Y'all ain't got to worry about me doing nothing else again ever in life. I don't care how hard you think you is. When you outnumbered and those people know each other, like, before you got there, like, it's every man for himself. So that's the mentality I'm got. I'm like, no, ain't nobody finna catch me slipping. So I was like, I don't care how funky I'm gonna be. Hey, I'll watch when I get to the house. Let me tell y'all why so many police pulled up. The girl mama had already heard about a robbery that had just happened in Jacksonville. She decided to use that robbery to set me up. So she had already done called the police before I got there and told them that the girl and the guy that had just robbed the place in Jacksonville had her house surrounded. She told those people that we had her house surrounded, y'all. That's why so many police showed up. That's why they were so aggressive. I had to learn to control my temper after that, because at this point they had charged me with a felony, maintaining a vehicle for a controlled substance. I talked myself into a charge. They asked me, did I know the marijuana was in the car? I said yes, because I knew he was smoking weed, and I only thought that he had enough to smoke. But because I said yes, that I had knowledge of the weed being in the car, they were able to charge me with it. So close your mouth, for one. Back to the temperament. Because I was y'all just don't know how terrified I was. I'm in college. I got a felony at this point, a pending felony. I did not tell my university about it. Do y'all know, like, that case went on for over 2.5 years? Do y'all know how scared I was going to class, not knowing any day now whether I'm going to actually be charged with a felony? Because if you get charged with a felony, baby, school is over for you. They're kicking you the fuck out. Scholarships gone. Like, I was on scholarship and everything. So I was just so stressed out. Like, bruh, that one, me driving there, that 4 hours of anger has led me to, I'm damn near about to fuck up my future because I was mad because somebody called my phone. They wasn't in front of me. They weren't trying to harm me physically around me. Like, that really showed me to wake up. Now, I ain't finna sit here and act like I changed and I was a saint overnight, because I wasn't. I still had a temper, but I was learning to manage it. In addition to that, just showing me how quick trouble is to get into and so hard to get out of, that charge from January 2013 is still haunting me to this day. That's why I'm so hard on my younger siblings. I'm so hard on people that I know, because I know what it feels like to get into trouble and somebody is hanging that over your head years later. You can be rehabilitated and on the right path, and all they're gonna see is, oh, well, you were charged with a felony. Like, what's that about? Oh, she a bad person. Oh, she a thug. Like, that's all that these people see. It also taught me, y'all better be careful about who riding y'all cars and what they got on them, because had I known that, oh baby, he was gonna be at the house. Oh, I'll go do this by myself, baby. I don't need all that up in my car. I'm gonna tell y'all how real this stuff is. 2 days ago, I just got a call from Post. They was like, we just checking on your case or whatever, blah blah blah. I was so confused, because I'm like, okay, that was 4 years ago when y'all put me on probation as an officer. Now, that's the thing. I had already dealt with that situation from 2013. When I decided that I wanted to go into law enforcement, they put me on probation again as an officer. So, yeah. Make sure y'all are staying out of trouble. If you got a temper problem, make sure you work on it right now, because I know how quick it is to snap out. And like I said, trouble is easy to get into and hard to get out of. Make sure you work on that. I don't care if you got to meditate, whatever you got to do besides drink, because that ain't drink and smoke, because they ain't going to do nothing but add to the issues. If you ever find yourself in a situation and you about to go off or whatever, please come back to this video, or remember that I made this video, so you can come to your senses and calm the hell down before you get yourself in some trouble. That's the end of my story time, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. See y'all on the next video.